Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and yes, this morning, let's discuss something that is prevalent now in our society. Yes, you hear about issues between people, and when you ask, usually somebody says something about me that does not represent the true essence of my character, or has misrepresented my person before other people, thereby causing me harm. Yes, I'm talking about the formation of character, especially when it is done on social media, as is the case, widespread cases across different social media platforms these days. This morning, I want to delve into the world of understanding the term, the formation of character. What is the formation of character? What does it constitute? And why is it prevalent on social media, especially at a time like this? My guest in the studio to join me in this conversation is none other but Barrister Taiwo Ola Tubosu. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. Barrister Taiwo Olatubosu is a barrister with Masala um, Law and Associates. Sorry about that. Masala Law and Associates. Let's get into it, Barrister. Um, the formation of character. In law, what is the formation of character?
Okay, thank you, moderator. Defamation of character simply means that communicating false statement or information to the knowledge of others, and such information has to be injurious to the person involved. When you say something that is not true about a person, and that statement is likely to harm the reputation of the person, it's likely people can hate the person, or the person can lose good reputation in the eyes of people. So that will be defamatory.
Okay. When you say deformation of character, usually, I know the concept in law is even broken down into two, which is libel or slander. Now, just quickly, let's understand these two terms.
Okay. Um, Defamation of character is categorized in law into libel and slander. Libel simply means written statement. You can damage the reputation of a person. You can defame a person by either writing or by saying it orally, which is slander. That is slander. Whichever way, it is defamation of character. And there are, when a person is defamed, there are justification at times. When you go to court, there are justification to hit. I mean defenses. Okay, if you are saying the truth about a person, that's what we call justification. That will not amount to defamation of character because it actually happened. What you said is a statement of fact.
That means
Uh,
you need to have evidences to prove it.
yes, yes. You need to have evidence. Once you have evidence to prove it, the law will exonerate you. And also have another defense is fair comment. You can make a fair comment in respect of an incident, especially when it is for public good,
Okay.
for the interest of the masses. You know, the law section 39 of the Nigeria Constitution actually uh, gives freedom of expression and the press. But then there is restriction to it. When you go to section 45 of the Constitution. So when a statement is made for public good, for public morality, public order, and for the interest of yourself and for others, that could be a fair comment. So that is a good defense to defamation of character. And also privilege communication, like members of the National Assembly, the judge can make comment in respect of the case and write something which will not amount to defamation of character. That's privilege communication. So those are the defenses available.
Okay. Now, when we talk about deformation of character, we know that there are cases where a person has been so defamed that it affects not just himself, his family, his business associates, and everything. In fact, it can affect his mental health and things like that. But the widespread the use of social media now and that is the social media platforms and the incidences of defamation of character is like back in the days, we used to have the traditional media, the radio, television, newspaper. But now, with the advent of technology, social media, everybody has Twitter, Facebook, and everything. And so you begin to see that there are more cases. You have defamed my character. No, what you said about me is untrue. I'm taking this matter to court. It's more prevalent on the social media platforms. Tell us why.
That is just the truth. You know, social media, just because social media is readily available, is easily accessible, you know, with little or no cost, you can get a social media app and begin to interact. Is ubiquitous. Everywhere you go, is there. So, and the control, the provider has little or no control over the users. And this has enabled people. And again, people use it casually, most often than not. They use it casually. So they find it easy from the comfort of their rooms to type whatever they like. You know, they just make a casual comment without reflecting on the legal or negative consequence of what they are saying. So I think that's what has led to the high number of incidents of defamation of character cases. And uh, I could, there is a popular, very popular case, just a recent case,
Okay.
wherein someone was defamed. You know, it's a very serious matter. I think it should be in court by now. That's the case between Chioma Okoli
Okay.
and Erisco Foods Limited.
Okay.
You know, uh, in what actually happened? What actually happened in that case? Okoli bought tomato paste, which is produced by Erisco Foods Limited.
Okay.
And being a social media user with high number of followers, uh, you know, she can easily do that after, you know, using the tomato paste at home. She posted it, she posted it and made a comment that it's sugary, it's sugary. So other people started making comments, making comments. So one of them actually cautioned her that, oh, that's my brother's company. Instead of bringing it to social media, why not report to the organization? Why don't you reach them? Don't bring the business down. But, you know, surprisingly, she replied that, help me inform your brother to stop killing people with his product.
Wow.
And she went further to say that what she used was a pure sugar. I don't think that's a statement of fact. You know, I didn't mean she has stopped at the fact that, okay, it's sugary. You know, that would have been, that
First
would,
statement?
that would have been okay. But there was more to it. So to me, she had the mindset of harming the owner or the company. So to me, in my own opinion, that is defamatory because there is more to it.
Well, let's move on where it's getting interesting. There are so many other cases where people have taken themselves to before the law, and in fact, some cases have been settled outside the courts with simple apologies, retracting statements made, and all of that. So let's check. Let's look at it from this perspective. Has social media made it easier or more challenging to prove defamation cases,
Again, please.
social media,
Okay.
the burden of proof in the cases of defamation. Is it easier to do on social media or even more difficult?
Okay. With the advent of social media, I think it has actually made the duty of burden of proof in defamation cases easier. What do I mean? Uh, the law is that he who asserts must prove. If you say you have been defamed, the onus is on you to prove that, oh, by this act, I have been defamed. So, which includes the duty of production and duty of persuasion of the court. So, when it comes to the duty of production, social media, even if it's deleted, you can get it from somewhere else. So it readily made available the real evidence that you need in court. It's just to go online to screenshot it, print it, and you will be able to produce the real evidence to the court to show that, oh, this thing actually happened. So I think it has made the burden of proof in defamation cases more easier.
Now let's look at the regulation of social media platforms. Uh, Basically, here in this country, I don't know, you're the lawyer, if there are laws in place to regulate social media, or at least try to, because aside defamation, there's a lot of other things that go on there. Hate speech, insightful comments, things that are deliberately put out that could tear the fabric of the peace that holds us together in this country. All of this are part of the things that happen on social media. But regulating social media now, do
Yeah.
you think there's enough is being done? Is anything even being done by Nigerian government?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Yes, something, uh, a lot of things have been done by the government, but as far back as uh, in time immemorial, independence, there has been law in place that criminalizes defamation of character.
Yeah.
We have criminal defamation of character, we have civil defamation of character. Like the penal code and the criminal code actually spell it out. When a person is defamed or, and the punishment for it. For example, section 391 of the penal code prohibits defamation of character of anybody in Nigeria. And I think it's 393 or 392 or so provides punishment for it, which is um, not less than, I think, between 2 years imprisonment or lower or so, or with fine combined or only fine. So likewise, the criminal code is like 3 years imprisonment. So, and again, during the period of the then president, Goodluck Jonathan, there was the enactment of Cybercrime Prohibition and Prevention Act, that's 2015, to curb the incidents of abuse of social media. It was prevalent then, and even during President uh, Muhammadu Buhari regime too.
Okay.
There was a time in 2018 when the Senate wanted to even made a law that to address it strictly, which is um, frivolous petition prohibition bill, although it didn't see the light of the day because there was international and national opposition against it. So it was later withdrawn because it will eventually kill the essence of right to freedom of expression and the press. But subsequently, they amended, upgraded, enhanced, and improved the Cybercrime Prohibition and Prevention Act, so which was signed into law in February by President um, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Wonderful.
So we have law that regulates
Well, it's
social
good to
media.
know that there are relevant laws that are regulating the use of social media, especially as it concerns the formation of character. And I've been having this very interesting knowledge gathering conversation with Barrister Taiwola Tubosun. It's a pleasure having you here with us.
It's my pleasure, sir.
Unfortunately, our time is not on our side as we still have a lot to bring to you on the program and we just have to go. Thank you for coming once more.
You are welcome, sir.
Well, you heard it from Barrister Taiwo. Whatever you do, be careful with what you put out there on the social media space. Do not defame anybody's character. Know the thin line between making a comment and abusing someone's right to enjoy his life. Whatever the case is, you know how we do it here on the show. We'll bring you the information that you need to keep you safe and secure. Well, let's quickly take this short break, and when we come back, the rest of the program will come your way.